Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm super pumped that you guys took the time to subscribe to me. Feeling the love. And whew, so many things have happened since I've last checked in with you. And one of them being that Collective Evolution. Woo! Collective Evolution posted my article on their website, and it's been such a wild ride. I've got to feel all the feels, right? It's allowed me to put the things that I've been studying about personal development and put them into practice. So we see so many examples of polarities on this planet. There's the poles, of course, and in science there's electron, protons, there's the yin, there's the yang, right? So there's always a way to tap into both realms. As a species, we've developed these negative neural pathways because, of course, we're going to be negative. We lived in the wild and we didn't want to get eaten by some lion or whatever is around the corner, right? We have to think of survival so that we can continue on with our species and our DNA. We are prone to negative thought, and know that that ancestral past doesn't belong to you. So we actually have the opportunity, because we're not going to die and get eaten by some lion or whatever, we don't have to be negative anymore. Shout out to my friend Thais Gibson, because she has an amazing workshop series in Toronto, this life mastery program. I'll put a link below of her website, because you can totally check out one of her events. It's so much fun to learn about these concepts because we don't have to be ruled by this negative thought. Nothing's ever all bad, right? You zoom in and it's complex. It's a spectrum. You can say you don't like your legs, but is that really true? Can you fully believe that you don't like your legs? Or can you look at your legs and say, wow, first of all, I have legs. What a blessing. I can walk and dance, and do kicks and whatever you need to do. If we ever feel anxious about something happening, as soon as we feel it in our bodies, we can observe it. And once we're observing it, we can't be possessed about it. That's something that Thais talks about in her workshop. Our bodies tell us so much. When we're injured, we can look at that as a learning process, because we can feel something different in our body. And then we can start to appreciate everything else that's working for us. Sometimes when we feel overwhelmed, it's actually just a sign of abundance. And that's something that I've really learned recently. I've been so called to study so many different things. That's when we can get into the territories of appreciating the abundance that the universe has to offer. Every emotion has its opposite. Think about if you're too tired to go for a walk. Say, I can't go for a walk, I'm too tired. Even the act of walking and getting oxygen in your lungs and moving is gonna energize you. And it can go even with some of the darkest situations, like someone staying in an abusive relationship. Yes, this is bad and we don't encourage this, but you can also look at it from a perspective as this person has a really strong personality and they can put up with a lot. And as soon as you find those proofs and feel good about them, then you can govern your life to support those proofs of your personality. So it was really amazing to see all the feedback and negative comments that I got on this article that I posted on Collective Evolution. It was why I'm not vegan, and it was basically a piece that came from an inclusive perspective. I hate you. You're an idiot. You're the worst writer ever. You look like a man. Just anything you can imagine that was in the comment section. I was so happy that I felt so unaffected by it. And I couldn't believe it, because I saw these comments and at first it kind of made me anxious, but then, yeah, I was pumped that it was gaining traction. You could look at these negative comments and feel kind of defeated by them. Or you can look at them and think, wow, this is a topic of interest. This is really relevant right now because people will feel emotionally charged about this. Maybe it's going to create some sort of impact. They're also helping you gain algorithmic traction and exposure to your article because they're commenting on it. So you're just pumped about that. Also, it's an opportunity for me to practice compassion because these comments have absolutely nothing to do with me. I cannot help but feel sad that they're thinking that about themselves. It's often that when we're emotionally charged and commenting from that place of being possessed by this emotion, that we become that emotion. So anytime that you are judging someone, think about whether you're becoming that character, personality trait that you're accusing them to be. There might be some lighting changes as this video goes on because the sun is setting. I have to change the ISO. Okay, the funniest thing were the comments that people left about how I look like a man. And even that, like, I felt super pumped about it because the guys that they were comparing me to were Justin Bieber and that guy from Twilight. I don't know his name, but maybe you know him. I mean, Justin Bieber, like, these are some of the top sexiest guys on the planet. So thank you. I'll totally take that. We should celebrate that we all look different. That's super rad because beauty is beauty. And I love that I can carry some of those yin yang qualities within me. That makes us a more complex human being and gives us more to work with. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today, that there's this dualistic perspective to play with and tap into because we don't have to be controlled by these emotions. We can change the neurology of our brains to be focused on the fun, the abundance that is out there, and it's always accessible. Overwhelmment and abundance. Stress, enjoyment. We don't have to do things. We get to do them. And as soon as we change our language, we change our lives. We change our entire bodies and our emotional states. We follow the emotions. So let's be intentional about where we place our emotional integrity within. We are so blessed. We have bodies. We have love in our hearts. And that's all that this is about. Thank you so much for all the love, for all the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you being you in the diversity and the beauty that is within. Lots of love. See you later.